Hey everybody, it's Matt from Junior Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul for the month of November. Yes, the stuff that I picked up from DVD and Blu-ray for this month. Not bad. I think I can get it all in one shot here. So yeah, again, this is all different type of films that I picked up horror-wise. Some upgrades, and some ones I just found at other previous places, which I'll probably notice and let you know. So without further ado, again, hopefully, let me just, the glare from that stupid mirror. I usually do this in my movie room, but again, I don't have the room right now, so I gotta do it in the living room. Okay, finally picked up is Gesture Tracking. This is a documentary on VHS film collecting and everything. It's a 2-disc edition. Always had this on my back burner to pick up. So you know what? Let me finally pick this movie up. This cool little documentary. There's another one I need to pick up is Rewind This. I heard that one's also pretty good, but I wanted to grab a Gesture Tracking right now. That artwork is just badass. Next I picked up, I think this was a TV show, a Canadian show, and I think that's what it's called, Alien Creatures from Beyond. It's about cryptozoology type monsters from around Canada-based myth, I guess. I saw it was a decent price on Amazon, so I said, what the hell, why not? I'll pick it up. But if anybody's seen this, please let me know. Alien Creatures from Beyond. That's pretty cool artwork. This one is a pawn shop I picked up for $2. I don't know. It's actually from Hallmark, which is kind of weird. And that is The Case of the Witch Chapel Vampire. Looks like a... oh, there's that glare again. Fuck. Sorry. There we go. Looks like a tale of Sherlock Holmes and everything. After, I guess, going after Jack the Ripper, supposedly. But something else is going after them. I don't know. If anybody's seen this one, let me know. This just looked cool for $2. If it is what it is. If it doesn't suck, well, I wasted $2. Another pawn shop picked up is the Cavern. Don't know anything about it. I saw it for $2, so I picked it up. If I've seen that one, let me know. The Cavern. It's probably a rip-off of The Cave, probably. I don't know. Picked up Circus Kane. This actually wasn't a bad flick. Pretty much is this gentleman named Kane. He invites a bunch of horror fanatics. One's a collector. One is a video gamer. One's been in the movies, like a Scream Queen, and a bunch of other horror-related people. And of course, he sends them all into this home where they're all booby traps, and they have to, try to fight and protect each other. There's a couple other guys after them, like with chainsaws and shit like that. It's kind of a little bit like a rip-off of 31 a little bit, but this was actually really good. I was actually surprised how good this was. And then when it finally got released, I had to buy it. So Circus Kane, actually, don't let the cover fool you. It's actually pretty good. All right, this one I saw on Amazon. Looked interesting. I like to collect some movie trailers. It's called Classic Horror Movie Trailers. I didn't know much about it. I didn't know who released it. And I saw produced by PRS. I don't know. But then I saw the back. It's just a blank green screen with a little bit of basic typing. So you know what? This is a DVD-R. I heard, there's even got a little slip in there. I heard it's like all different type of trailers from like the 1940s on up to the 70s and 80s. I don't know, but just that artwork looked pretty cool. I said, you know what? Why not? Alright, this one was kind of a stinker and a letdown. Clowntergeist. Yes, just the name alone sounds kind of stupid. But I was reading the synopsis of it, and it sounded pretty cool. Like with this one girl, she finds this weird red balloon. Yeah, kind of thing like it. And it says, you're going to die within this amount of days at this time. So her and her friends are trying to figure out what's going on. Everyone starts hallucinating. They're starting to see this weird clown everywhere. It's coming after them. But it's a big letdown for me. If you're into killer clown movies, I know Blu-ray Lantern loves clown movies, so he'll probably like this one a lot. For me, this was boring. The deaths were boring. Storyline was kind of dull, so it was kind of a dull movie for me. When I read the synopsis on it, I thought, ooh, this is going to be great. Kind of a letdown. This is a Sci-Fi Channel film called Dead Still. This actually was pretty decent. Got Ray Weiss and Ben Bowder in it. Pretty much, Ben is a photographer, and he inherits or finds his great great grandfather's old camera. Come to find out, his great great grandfather there was a photographer for death stills, where he would take pictures of dead bodies, and it actually got like he got awards and everything for it for his great work. Well, there's a big twist, and Ray Weiss plays a great great grandfather, and he's not that good of a guy. But every time he takes a picture with the antique camera, Ben does, those people end up dying, and they end up dying in weird, twisted ways. When the picture gets developed, how warped it is, that's end up how you die, like being set on fire, flesh ripped off you. That was a pretty cool scene when the flesh was being pulled off some people. Not the greatest acting, but it's actually enjoyable watch. So definitely check out Dead Still. This was another one for the pawn shop for $2. The live action movie of Devilman. I don't know anything about it. I am familiar with the anime, but I heard the live action one is not the greatest. But again, for $2, why not? Devilman, live action, manga. This one I had to grab. This has been on my radar for a long time, and I actually liked it. And that is called Gremlin, not to be confused with Gremlins, completely different movie. This one is about this box, and it's being passed along through this family. You have to pass it to someone you love until the timer goes down. We'll end up going to this one man from his grandmother. No, great grandmother from the uncle. It's weird, but anyway. There's a little creature that happens to live inside this box, and it's indestructible. The box is now like a curse. You can't get rid of it. The only way you can get rid of it is you have to give it to someone you love. And of course, there's a timer on it. Once this timer starts ticking, the creature can be released and goes after someone nearby who you love or just nearby. And of course, bodies start piling up, and of course, the timer is ticking. I was actually impressed with this one. There is some bad acting, I'll give you that. But the CGI didn't bother me. It's kind of, some people might not like it from the CGI. I love the story. I love the whole possessed item, possessed artifact. Kind of reminded me of Friday the 13th, the TV series, but Gremlin. I liked it. This was at a pawn shop, brand new. I couldn't resist. I've been trying to find this for a while for cheap, but it's the Helter Skelter film from the 1970s. Brand new for $2. Couldn't pass it up. Probably once they saw that he died, they're like, "Oh, let's put it in the pawn shop." My score. This was at Soundgarden. Everyone knows I like going there, and I have this already on a different version. But when I saw this version, this one's a little bit harder to find, and that is the 1970 version of King Kong. I think this was 79 with Jessica Lange. The reason why it's so different and hard to find is because it has the Twin Towers on it. This cover has been removed with a different version. I have I think it's like a reddish orange with her being held by Kong in a hand there. It just shows her in a hand. This one's a little bit harder to find. When I saw it, I'm like, you know what? I love King Kong. I'm a collector. Got to have both versions. Both of them are out of print and hard to find. I couldn't believe I saw this version there. Why not? Another from Soundgarden. Love in the Time of Monsters. Yeah, this was actually really weird, but actually quite enjoyable watch. This one's got Kane Hodder in it. Pretty much what the synopsis on this one is, it's a tourist trap. People come and there's like a reenactment of people dressed in these really bad looking Sasquatches costumes. And the leader of them is Kane Hodder. Well, there's a bunch of guys that are arguing, and they end up finding a friend of theirs floating in this pond. Well, when they get fallen into the water, they start to mutate because this water has been a toxic dumping site. And of course, now they turn into this like weird carnivorous slash going back to your primal instinct type of killers. And of course, there's about 4 or 5 of them. They start ransacking and destroying the tourist trap. Some are actually, they still have their masks on, and they rip off part of the face, so their face matches the bad looking The costumes, had some good funny moments to it. I actually liked it. Had some good blood to it, some good gore. So definitely check it out. This was a good blind buy for me. My friend Greg hooked me up. This was a shock for me, and I'm gonna have to watch this. This is an anthology called Minute Macabre. This one is he got this at the convention. He shouldn't have gave it to me, that bastard. But he's a good friend. It has 3 stories: Midnight Macabre, 3 a.m., and A Soul Was Sold. So I don't know anything about this. This looks pretty badass. I love anthologies, so I'll be giving this a watch pretty soon. Got to watch those films for the podcast soon. Yes, podcast. I'm part of Cinema Attack, guys, so please check out that podcast. Another pawn shop. It's called Piranha, but this happens nothing to do with the Killer Piranha films that Roger Corman did and everything else. This is more of a human versus human, like, hunting film. They're a photographer in the jungle, and they're being hunted by another guy. So I don't know anything about it. I've always wanted to see it back when I was working like at Circuit City back then. And I was like, I never picked it up. So I found it for $2. If it sucks, I wasted $2. It's all right. In the wild, I can't believe I found it. A copy of Ringu. I never owned it. I don't own any of the Ringus. I have the Americanized Ring, but that's it. So I was very happy to find Ringu in the wild at Soundgarden, for all I know. So I need to grab the other 2 Ringu movies, but finally have Ringu in my collection. Scream of the Banshee. This is an After Dark Horror Fest original. It's got was Tobin Bell in this one? No, Lance Henriksen was in this one. This actually was decent watch. I was actually surprised how good of a movie this was. About they find this weird banshee looking head like a statue. Come to find out it actually holds a spirit of an actual banshee, and it starts going after people because it's released. Good. I actually liked it. Another pawn shop. Simon Says, where Crispin Glover. Cool, like, backwoods slasher type movie. Been after this one for quite some time, just never pulled the trigger on it. But I found it for $2. The disc was pretty scratched, but it plays fine. So I was very happy to add this in the collection. All these fucking pitchforks. Craziness. And also at Soundgarden. Finally, A Tale of Two Sisters I have in my collection. Yes, I know I'm bad with my Asian cinema, but you know what? Finally glad to have this in the collection. So that's Tale of Two Sisters. And last for the DVDs is You Can't Kill Stephen King. This looks like a cool rip-off slasher comedy. Has a lot of Stephen King adaptations in it as well. If anybody's seen this movie, please let me know. I think this looks pretty cool. I love the artwork. All the different Stephen King stuff. You got, looks like It back here, Christine, Cujo, probably something to do with Misery or Shining. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. If you've seen it, let me know. All right, that's the DVDs. I think I might have time for Blu-rays. All right, first off, 42nd Street Forever. Another compilation of trailers I wanted to grab. It was on sale. Had to pick it up. Upgrade is After Dark Horror Fest, Borderlands, and Crazy Eights. Save some room, so it's like, why not? I did pick up Annabelle. It was only $5 on Amazon. I said, fuck it, why not, for $5. Finally grabbed Cannibal Holocaust. I have the DVD. I upgraded the DVD. I'm going to hook it up my friend Greg with my DVD copy. This is the Grindhouse edition. This is going out of print. Grindhouse is not doing any more of their films, and this is one of them. So when I saw this at Soundgarden for a good price, I grabbed it because it's Cannibal Holocaust. Soundgarden 2 for $7. Crawl Space. This is the Scream Factory edition. Someone didn't want it, I guess. And it's the just normal Blu-ray of Crawl Space. I was kind of shocked to see that there. So, finally glad to have that in the collection. You hear me say that a lot. From the Midnight Kids Productions, also known as Warlock Video, is Death o' Lantern 1 and 2. I had to get this through their Facebook site. So check out Midnight Kids Production. This is a double feature. It is on a BDR, but here's your BDR, guys. It's just a normal disc. And that's how usually Warlock Video did all their movies. They never did any covers on them or anything. So, looks like a shot-on video slasher type double feature bill. That looks just cool though. Devil Lantern. 1 and 2. Upgraded Devil Dog. This is the Shriek Show. I have the Shriek Show DVD, so I might as well grab the Shriek Show Blu-ray and upgrade the Blu-ray, since that whole pack is almost getting upgraded. Finally came in is my Devil's Reign Blu-ray. It was on back order for a bit. That's the side right there. I got number 927 out of 1500. I forgot that I ordered that with the pendant. So that's the pendant that it came with. And that's the back. So that's pretty cool. I forgot I had it with the pendant. I think that's why it took so long to get here. But you know what? I don't care. I have it now. From Garage House Productions, from their website, picked up Easter Casket. Finally, another Dustin Mills film that I don't own. So they had a few of them there. So I grabbed Easter Casket. The George Romero collection. This box set is beautiful. It's got the Crazies, Season of the Witch. Yep, and there's Always Vanilla. So I don't know much about that Always Vanilla. And it comes with a cool booklet. So rest in peace, George Romero. So I'm glad to have this. Beautiful edition. Great films. That's the original Crazies. And unfortunately, the Blue Underground went out of print. So now I got that version. Very happy. Upgrade. Finally upgraded Gremlins. This is the Diamond Edition. This is a 2-disc thin book. Kind of neat. There's the way it looks inside. And that's where one of the discs are. It was only $10 on Amazon. I said, you know what? For that, I'm buying that. That's pretty sick. Pretty cool little thin cover art for Gremlins. Finally upgraded the old DVD. And of course, I upgraded Gremlins too. Why not? And also, my friend Greg hooked me up, is a copy of Martyrs. This is a bootleg of the original Martyrs. I don't own this movie, never saw it. I know it's a big French Extreme type film. Can't wait to give this one a watch. Again, this is a bootleg, but glad to finally have it. Thank you, Greg. You're awesome. Mother Krampus. Couldn't pass it up, just looked pretty stupid. But I saw the trailer. I was actually, okay, you got my attention. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. The Paul Nashley collection, volume 2. And here comes the films. Comes with Hunchback of the Morgue, Exorcism, which was my only upgrade because I didn't own the rest of these. A Dragonfly for each corpse, The Werewolf and the Yeti, which is a video nasty, and The Devil's Possessed. So yeah, that's volume 2. So glad to have that in the collection. So glad. I paid this really cheap called Pay the Ghost. This was like $3.99 with Nicolas Cage. I saw the trailer. I thought, okay, this could be interesting. Why not? Penny Pinchers. This is another horror documentary for low budget put out by SRS Cinema. It's got a cool cast of all the like low budget films. A lot of interviews with the low budget found footage or shot on video stuff. Artwork's pretty sick. Had to pick up Sinister 2. I own the first one. This was like dirt cheap on Amazon during the Black Friday sale. Said, why not? Slaughter High by Vestron. Yes, so glad. Picture quality is fantastic on that. They had it at Best Buy, and Best Buy matched the price, and then I had a coupon. So I got it pretty good. From Code Red, Slithless. If I'm saying that right. That's the original artwork right there. The DVD was way out of print, hard to find. When they released it on Blu-ray, I snagged that up in a heartbeat. I finally picked up a copy of Split. Again, this was only $4.99, I think, on Amazon. So I said, you know what? I'm jumping on that right now. I've seen it. It's a good movie. Another one I picked up is called The Tall Man. I paid $3.99 for this at Soundgarden. It looked interesting. If anybody's seen this movie, please let me know. And last for my update is The Thingy. Confessions of a Teenage Placenta. Look at that. It just looks so weird. This is a trauma film. It kind of reminds me of Basket Case. I don't know. The trailer looks so freaking weird. So yeah, the thingy. Oh, thingy. So that's my update. Oh, I at a video game convention. Usually I pick up some kind of weird, obscure item, or it's not really obscure, but for $1, I picked up my first PSP movie. I don't even own a PSP. So I picked up the Amityville Horror on PSP just to say I owned a PSP movie. So there's a couple I want to grab. So yeah, PSP. Ooh. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little update for my end of the month haul for the month of November. Please put your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you thought. If there's some movies I haven't seen and you have, I'd like to hear your thought on those too, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and have yourself a good one. Later, guys. Peace.